Hey everybody, welcome back to Bridgewater, our super block city that we're building here in City Skylines 2. And today I'm just doing a quick stream to build out some more of this downtown. In a couple streams ago, we built up the towers, the main beats of the downtown, and we started filling a little bit of the detail spots. We got some mid-density in here with the Urban Promenades pack. We did a custom park on the left side here. And things are coming together. We built a little bit of a building area around this tram track. And yeah, today I want to start filling in some of these blocks. I want to go block by block and I want to get in more density. It's mostly going to be medium density today. We're probably working with the German pack. And so I think we're going to just start with a few of the bigger buildings first. And then we're going to move into the German buildings that kind of look like the ones on this side, but we're going to recolor them to match the downtown. We're probably going to go with a white and gray motif to look a little more downtownish. Okay, so next thing I want to do is get in some death care. We're going to be in trouble if we don't take care of that, and so I'm going to come right in here and I'm going to change the time of day just a touch to get that shadow off my building there. I wonder if there, that's fine. 8 in the morning, okay. And I wanna use something that I've never used before, which is the Netherlands Death Care facility. Let's check it out. It's the Netherlands Crematorium, 50 capacity, 18 hearses, 1 attractiveness. I think this might be the one of the most, yeah, it might have the most hearses out of all of them on the base, just without any upgrades. And so we're gonna try and sneak that in here. I'm going to turn all my snaps off, and I'm trying to maximize space underneath the rail yard here. This is downtown, and so we're going to actually put this one right in the middle here, underneath the tracks, and I'm hoping it's not too tall in any spots. It's a little tight perhaps, but I think we're going to allow it because it just fits so darn well under there. I might move it over just a touch because it is looking a little bit like it's clipping into a spot we don't want it to clip. Yes, okay, and then we need, of course, road access, so we're just going to use a quick alleyway, snap to the side. I can connect here, do a 90, and we'll do a quick little laneway there. I wonder if these need road access. It seems like it's only a walking path, but let's put the laneway in there anyway. We'll just extend it out a touch. And I'm gonna turn my length off and hopefully I can get it as long as possible without breaking anything. Okay, that is functional. Okay. So now we've got probably some options to upgrade this bad boy, and I think we might just stick a few underneath the other track behind it. I want to make sure we're not clipping, and we are, so that's a problem. We're going to have to probably delete just that one. Will it delete the whole thing if I do that? I think I better be careful. I want to delete the whole darn thing. But I don't see the upgrades. Interesting, maybe because I use move it, it's not, or I used anarchy rather, it's not letting me see any of the side buildings, but I think I can delete it. Can I sub elements? No. Well, if this deletes, we'll just build it over again. Okay, just deleted the one I wanted. That's great, and I think we can get in just maybe one more for now in here. Is it clipping? Yeah, it is just a touch. I wonder if the solution then would be just to raise this node up a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4 ticks has done it. Okay, and it still looks quite reasonable. Great. All right. So now what do we have here? We have how many? 38 vehicles. That should really take care of a lot of death care issues. We do have a fair few death care issues over here in this side of the city as well. I wonder, yeah, we're gonna leave that for another issue, another episode. We're not dealing with that today. So we've got our little building in there, and I think we're gonna call that a win. We also need to take care of some welfare, and we have not been doing a very good job. So let's utilize this space right in here for a new welfare building. And there's one that I really like, and this is under the, yes, administration panel, and I think it's called the Citizen Service Center. Now you can see the whole town is red. There's one little Chinese community kindergarten over there. It's not giving us any welfare, but if we plop this in here, we're going to cover a very large portion of the city. It's not nearly enough, but it's going to be a start. So I think, does it fit this way? No, it doesn't. It's not even fitting this way, but we can work with that. All we have to do is delete some of these little side assets here. So we're going to go with the better bulldozer, remove some sub elements. That parking's gone, that light's gone, the fence is gone, and I think that tree, and that really should do it. I think we can keep that because it's under the road. And I won't delete any more parking. We'll just call that good enough. Okay, are there any upgrades for this building? There are not. But I do want to recolor it. It looks very much out of place. We're going to take the high school. Oh, this might not even be recolorable. No, it's not. But I think these are. So if we take the paintbrush, and I know that the most recent update included this color customization panel. I could probably use that as well, but I'm familiar with recolor, so we're just going to use that. And I hate to say it, but I think there's some limitations to that new color picker tool. It wasn't able to color something the other day. Now, it's not giving me the colors that I want, so let's figure this out. And let's actually find a building that's more the color we want. Is it this? Is it this? Let's see if that... No. How do we get a red roof? Let's try this one. That's a little better. It feels a little bit dark to me. I think this is probably the color we want. How do I copy just a color? I'll have to use my recolor mod again. And this, can I copy this? No, I can only copy the whole color scheme, so I might have to eyeball it just a touch. That's closer. And I wonder, what is this going to do? This is going to do the front only. So that's pretty close. And then this should be the rest of that building, which is showing a bit green. I don't think we want anything to be green. No. How about more of that sandstone color? Can I get it to do that? I have to come in here. I want it a little more red. That's pretty okay. I don't love the roof color. How can I get the roof color brighter? Not so red. Yeah. Maybe that's not too bad. I don't want it too stark. Okay. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. And now we have a little bit of welfare. Now we're going to use one more downtown because I want to blanket the downtown with welfare. And we'll go back into our health. No, it's the admin panel. And there's an Eastern European welfare office. A lot of these are pretty huge, or they take up a big footprint. I mean, the generic OG one is massive, and I just don't know where I'm going to fit it in. All of these are city halls. So we're going to use the Eastern European welfare office. This thing is pretty small compared to a lot. And this could actually cover our entire downtown. So I wonder, do we want to repeat what we just did and put one underneath the train tracks and next to, or is that going to block that's probably going to block a tower potentially going in there. So I wonder if I'm going to just try to sneak it under here, hoping that it won't be too tall. Yeah, it's way too tall, and I don't think I can adjust the tracks, so we might be looking for other spots for this. In fact, I wonder if it might make more sense to get in here or something like that. I want it to be under the tracks because that land is just about completely useless. It would be very low value. So I wonder if we pop it over here, will that fit? Kind of. I'm trying to adjust it a little bit. And hopefully the tracks are high enough. They should be at that stage of the game. Wonder if it makes more sense. No, we're gonna want to get it as much under the tracks as possible without going right over the road. So I don't think it's possible that way. We'll give it a turn. Let's see if we can line up the bottom edge. There we go. It's very dark, so let's see. We can adjust shadows. This is one of the hazards of building a downtown while you are trying to place other things. All right, so how did that go? It kind of fits. We've got a pillar in the parking lot, which, you know, totally fine. Any upgrades for this one? No upgrades. And what does it give us? A lot. It covers basically the whole downtown with welfare. So if we check that out, how did we do? Welfare coverage is taken care of. And it actually, yeah, it covered the whole downtown, which is fantastic. Okay, now we have a city that's pretty much half covered with welfare. We're still going to need to fix things over here at some point. Not today. We're working on the downtown. Great. So we've checked off the welfare situation. And I think I'd like to keep going with some parking, with a disaster shelter or two. Why don't we sneak the disaster shelter in now that we're thinking about it? I want that to go, again, under something, because this will not be valuable land under a train track. And there's no room there. I can't get it in here, can I? No, that road's not attached. We won't be able to do that. So let's find another little space under the tracks. That's overlapping that. I don't want to do that. What about in here? That might be perfect if it actually fits. And it's on high ground just in case we have flooding. Oh, yeah, okay. I think that actually makes a whole lot of sense. We'll keep it there. In fact, I might even be able to scooch it over because there's all that land on the side. I think if we do that, that's pretty great. And now we have disaster coverage. That's 25,000 sheltered citizens. I think the city has way more than we need. Let's check it out. Yeah, so fantastic coverage. Oh, that's fire, maybe. How do we find the disaster coverage? Fire and rescue. Yeah, no, it's we're needing to find disaster coverage. Oh, here it is. Okay, so actually the city is in fantastic shape. We've got another one over here, large one, that's covering half. So really, we've got 50,000 spaces, and we have a city of 77,000. Not everybody's going to need to go into the disaster shelter at once. I'm going to say this is way more than we need. Great. Okay, so checking that off the list. We also want to get into college at some point. We have one, but we're way, way, way under capacity. We've got only about a quarter of our needs met. So we're going to have to fix that. Parking, obviously, we need way more parking, especially in the downtown. The rest of the city, pretty good. I've kept up with parking. I feel like we're way over capacity, except that once we start filling in this area with residential and commercial, these parking spots are going to be used a lot more. So we'll just keep that in mind as we go. But for now, there's something I want to do, which is I want to put down some template buildings. As I said, we're going to use the German pack. And I'll show you what I'm going to do. I want to basically put in as many of the buildings that are recolorable as possible. And so I'm going to put them down as templates over here. And we'll actually use, I don't have my snaps on, that's why it's going weird. Okay, that should be enough room to put all the things down that I want to. And so we're going to use our find tool, find it, and we're going to go into buildings. We want, I think the German or residential, yes. And then we want to filter out just by German, DE for Deutsche, Deutschland. And right now I just want the middle buildings. I don't think I need to filter anymore. So I do know, however, there's only certain kinds that are paintable so that we can change the color of. So let's start with the 2x2s and go from there. And actually, I don't want anything that is under level 3 because we're going downtown. I want the buildings to be slightly taller. So let's only do level 3, 4, and 5. And I know from checking this out already that we need version medium 0, 3, 4, and 6. So I'm going to find there's 3. And I'm skipping level 1 and 2. So this one should be recolorable. Same with the level 4. And I think we have enough room. We can space them out. And the level 5. And so then we're going to move to number 4, medium 0, 4. Level 3. Level 4. Level 5. And then medium 0, 6 is the other one. And then these should, oh, there is no 5. Interesting. Now those buildings are going to scream at me, which is going to drive me nuts. So I might actually just go and connect this road up. And that should do it. Okay. Yeah, let's just do a quick connect here to give them water, power, sewer. Doesn't want to connect. Why? Too close, perhaps? There we go. Oh. Something wrong with the anarchy here. There we go. So that should give everybody water, power, sewer. It's actually going to make people move in, which is fine. But that one we have. So now we're going to go on to maybe some corners. Check that off my list that I've done it. So back to find it. Let's switch to the corners. I think rights. We'll start with the rights. 2x2. And I'm looking for number 1, 2, and 3. So there's 1 and level 3. I know this is seemingly very strange what I'm doing right now, but it's going to make sense very soon, I promise. I'm going to start from the other, just to be consistent, I'm going to start from the other direction. So we have corner 1, level 3, 1, level 4, level 5. Then corner 2, we have level 3. I'm going to shut up now and just do this. You can see some of those already have black roofs, which means they are recolorable. So I think we've picked correctly. If my calculations are correct, we're getting the right things that we want. That's a level 1, don't want that. And then later when we're building the downtown, I can simply just use the picker tool and grab all of those that I want. I still am going to have to recolor them every time they're placed, but I really don't mind. Okay, so we've got level corner 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3. Then we want our 2x4s the next. So lot depth 4. And we want the centers. So let's go, we need number 2 and number 5. Medium 2, level 3. And we're going to have to come on the other side for space's sake. 5. Medium 0.5 is the next one we want, which is recolorable. Level 3. 1, 2, and 3. Good. I maybe should have kept them a little bit separate. That's okay. That's okay. We're gonna deal with it. And then that was it for the 2x4s. And then we had a 2x6 even. And we're looking at only number medium 03 is recolorable. And there are, you can see they're already brown. So let's go level 3 up here. 1 and level 4 and level 5. Great. And then we have another corner. I suppose I should have used my left corners too, shouldn't I? Yeah, I maybe missed that, didn't I? Well, that's okay. Not necessary right now. Let's go with the 3x3s now, middle pieces. They're not showing up. Why? Oh, the 3x3s are a corner. Okay. And so number 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that would that be all of them? Yes, it is. All of them are recolorable. So we're gonna put them in anyway, just so we can use the picker tool to get them. So it's level 3, level 4, and level 5. Version 2, level 3, 4, and 5. And version 3, oh, we have all the versions available to us, so that's great. And this is a very different style, so we might have to build an entire block with that style. And again, should be recolorable. We're going to double check. Now, we also have a 3x2 middle piece, and we're looking for only version 2, medium 02. Level 3, level 4, level 5. And that should do it. Now there's also a 3x6, and that's a big boy. And it's versions 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm not sure I'm gonna put them all down, but we'll see. So there's medium 05, level 3. And these are huge, so they're gonna need kind of their own space. I suppose we could do it on this side. Did I miss something? It's 5, where's 6 here, level 3. Number 7, level 3. And number 8, level 3 again. Number 9. I'm going to run out of room here. And then 10 is the last one, so we'll just get that in and call that a day. Where am I going to put it? A little tight here. Well, this should fix the land anyway. Level 4, level 5. Okay. Now, we can see that some of these have the color maybe that we want, so let's just take the recolor and try to paint everything. And we'll just double check that these are actually all recolorable. Oh, see, these are not. I made a mistake somewhere. I gotta figure out what I did wrong and pull the right ones. Yeah, so all of these are recolorable except for these. Let's find out what this is with our picker medium 02, 2x6. What did I do wrong? Oh yeah, I got the wrong one. It should be 03 that I'm using, version 03. Did I get 03 here? I did. And I just did something wrong here. So let's see if I pick in here, will it take me to the right spot? 3x6, we said. It's not showing me. Okay, so it was medium 0.3, 2x6. And we already had level 3, so we'll put level 4 and 5. That should fix it. Let's check if it's recolorable. It is. Great. So now, and I don't know if I missed this one, but now we have all the colors that we want, basically. And I think I probably should... Yeah, it's fine. When you pick these and place them again, it's going to give you the default color. So we're going to have to recolor these at the end anyway. So I'm not too worried about the sides of the building's color. We're going to have to do it all again. But now we have basically a buffet to pick from, and we can start building. So let's find one we like and do a block. I think we should start with corners, probably. And this is as good as any. Let's go with a block that's level 3. And then we're going to stick those in here. See what I'm doing now? We're getting closer to what I'm thinking. Now I do have to use the opposite corner, so got to figure out what was that. That was a corner 0, 1, 2x2. And I think that's a left corner we want. And we had level 3. So that should basically merge, and there we have it. We have a nice corner. And on this side as well, they almost look like they're matching. All right, so we got our corners. Now we can bounce back to where we were. Now I'm forgetting what I actually used. It was one of those. Medium 0, 1. So maybe my plan to drop all of these was not really the smartest idea, but let's check. Medium 3, yeah, I think those should match. We're level... Actually, we can use some longer ones. How much depth do we have in there as well? I think we're just going to go with 2x2s, maybe a 3x3 in there. But I want to basically build an integrated block. So let's go with one of these at 3x2. Level 3. And then if we drop this in here, should kind of get what we want. And then we'll change it to something different. I don't know if I want to go all the way back over there. Medium 0, 2, 3x2. And I guess we could use the same motif, could we not? Oh, and it's interesting, it was pasting it with the colors that I wanted. That's new. That didn't happen before. All right, so we're starting to get a street level wall to wall. And the idea is that we want this to look like an old, maybe German downtown that's also been modernized by plopping towers in the center of it. And this tower popping out of the middle looks pretty cool to me. And so all we need to do now is recolor. So if I go into here, I should be able to recolor all of these without touching the tall tower. Awesome. And I wonder, are we getting the right color that I want on the outside? Not really. I kind of want these to be a bit whiter. So let's see, what do we have here? This is that's the inside of the windows, so we don't want to touch that. This is the facade. Okay, so we're gonna go a little bit whiter. I know, it might be a little bit boring, but hey, the city's got their building codes and they want everything to look the same. Have you been to Paris? Every building downtown is almost identical in some ways. Okay, so now we have our first block basically done, and there's going to be obviously people living in here. So I'm okay to let them level up. I think that's perfectly fine. We'll see how that happens, how that works. I'm not sure if they're going to recolor themselves when they level up. If so, I might have to do a whole bunch of work to lock those building levels once we see that happening. Look at all the people trying to move in here now. And apparently people getting out too. So we have a traffic flow issue that we might have to address before too long. But right now, we're working on the downtown. So I wonder, I might rethink this road here. This is what? This is a walking road? Small pedestrian street. So it's a little bit imbalanced. And I want this to be sort of closer to here. If I do that, we should get all of the zone that we want. In fact, I wonder if I have a better idea. That's a one-way, isn't it? Did I do a one-way on the other ones? Turning my distance off. And then I wonder what happens if I try to connect there. Trying to maintain the same gap. Yeah, okay. That shouldn't mess anything up. And then I think what we can do is take one more of those roads and do a middle, somewhere in the middle we can, let's say that's roughly middle. Good. But I don't want to ignore parking. Yes, we have parking up there, but why not put parking down here as well? So we'll do what we did before. Let's take a look at what we have for options for parking. I think one of these dome overgrounds, this is a special asset from way long ago. And if I turn snaps off, I think I can probably put it kind of in the middle. Yeah, that might be our best bet here. Although I can't see what I'm doing on the bottom there, so maybe we leave it a little bit farther off from that bottom corner there. And of course, we're going to have to put a road in. It's not going to be a one-way. But I think if we use the alley, that should solve our problems. Where is the actual entryway? Aha, so it needs more. We'll give it more. In fact, I wonder if we just connect it there. Very good. Okay, and now we can plop our buildings on top. So let's go with the corner 2x2. Let's change it up and do corner number 2. Let's do a level 3. Snaps. We'll need the other corner at that point. Well, that might work just fine. Okay, and then we can pick. Actually, I think we could get a 3x3 in there. It would be better, wouldn't it? Yeah, something bigger. We need bigger for those. Let's go to our 3x3s and see what we have. We have level 3. Yep, I don't think we have any 4 depth, unfortunately. So I might actually pull that parking lot down just a touch. But we'll get these in first and see how that goes. Might need the opposite type of corner for there. Can't quite get to that road. Okay. And this is this what I have selected? Yeah, corner 2, medium right. So I want medium left. Oh, what happened? Oh, it went away. Okay. Well, we know we want a corner right. Or is it left? What did I say? No, it's left. And I better double check. It's a corner 02. I know, we're being very particular. I'm just gonna place this. Without snaps. Okay. And can we move our parking down a touch? In fact, can we just replace it with snaps? I might just do it freeform. And do we want to heighten it? Yeah, it's way too small. We'll add the height. Give people their parking. Now let's get the 3x2s in. Corner 02, was it not? Medium, they're not going to match anyway, it doesn't matter. And if we snap to that road, it's going to be tricky because it wants to, there we got it. It might want to snap to Ember Shade Road. So let's just place it very gently. Mm-hmm. Might do a thing where I try to match them. Match the roofline distances. Good. Good. Looking okay. Something is not connected. Why? But it says, oh, there's that one. That one doesn't like us. Possibly because there's a road underneath it. So I just have to push it over a touch. That should be fine. It's weirdly not aligned with the height of the next building over, and that is not a problem to me. And let's put another one here. We need two, but we're gonna have to move it. Move it, baby. This might have to come over a touch. And then we'll have to sneak a building in the middle there. But this one pretty much good aligned. We like. I don't have any 3x3s, do I? What can we select here? Only corners for 3x3s. So it looks like it's going to be a... Let's grab some of these 2x2s. There was one I had to fill here. It would be nice to have a slightly bigger depth, but what are you going to do? So you can get 3x2 in there. Yes, and then we just have to move this down a bit. That block is not exactly square. And I would say we're going to need to do some move it to raise these up a touch. Touch, 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 touch. Yeah, I know. It's way too much precision, but I like making it look good. Trying to get through that building. Good. You don't have to be exactly perfect. All right. So it needs to be jigged just a touch. Makes most sense to put the bottom one over a bit. Great. Oh yeah, okay. So now we have our next block of residential with parking. Thank you very much. And so let's recolor that. Let's take our buildings from over here. Whoops, didn't want that. Not the picker. Painter. Paint, 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 paint. Awesome. Okay, and I have to do all of them because I want the sides to be the white as well. Looking smashing. One thing that I notice is that's very, very uniform, and it might look a little silly. So I wonder if we're gonna maybe change some of those roofs to different shades of gray. It might look like the town is monochrome, but don't you worry, we're gonna make it look amazing. All right, and then on the other side, we're gonna do something similar. And in here, we need to get something smaller, so we need a 2x2. That's not the corner, is it? Get your corner. Rethinking these because we need it to be bigger. We'll go with a 3x3. Unfortunately, there are no larger corners than 3x3 that fit in here. Or sorry, that are recolorable. That's what I'm trying to say. But these will do just fine. Is it? Yeah, I think we might just do a bigger one. And then move it to tighten it up. These are fine. Okay, now we've got some more space. Let's get some of the bigger guys in here. So these 6x6s we might be able to use. Yes. Let's come in like so. I think maybe 2 of these. Maybe 1 of these. Any others that depth? Those are 3x6, and these are 3x6. We have 3x6s. Okay. Didn't we have some 2x6s? I thought I saw some 2x6s that we were using. 2x4s. Yeah, there is a 2x6 somewhere. It's on my list. Just not seeing them. Why am I not seeing them? Maybe I didn't put them down. So let's search again for lot width 2, depth 6. Huh, nothing popping up, huh? It's funny because on my list, I've got 2x6s. What did I do wrong? Oh, I'm not selected on 2. There we go. And it was supposed to be version 3, so medium 03. Oh, it's these guys right here, isn't it? Okay, okay. Let's see how that looks when we put that in. I think it's a match. It's a vibe. Yeah, it's not, you know, exactly perfect, but it's doing fine. All right, let's get some 2x. 2x. Our favorite corner piece over here. And some 3s. We'll just steal from across the road here. How do we like that? Yeah. Actually, I'm not in favor of this. I'm not a fan. We're just gonna see about putting another over top here. Looking okay. It's a little high for my taste. Can we move it down? Can we move it? Why is it selecting that? That's really odd. It's like something else. Huh. Odd. Yep, good enough. Okay, are we all the way matched all the way around? Looks like it. Yeah, okay. Got our courtyards in there. Okay, we have now another block, but we need to recolor it. So we'll take this guy and use his paintbrush. Trying not to get anything else that we don't want to get. Hey, look at this! A city is coming together. And I might stick in some more towers in the middle of these. I think that might make a lot of sense. Let's actually move over here, and I want to do a bit more. And I think we're going to take one of these one-way alleys. Is that a one-way alley, or is that a pedestrian street? Pedestrian. So I'm gonna be fine keeping it like that. And I think we also want to be putting in, yeah, I have an idea. There needs to be a road underneath the road, you know what I mean? Don't want to snap to existing geometry. Well, I do for the bottom road, I guess. I just don't want to snap up top there. And this is important because we want our wall-to-wall functionality. But what do I do here? Do I connect just up there? Any old place? That's going to break things and add a node. So I think we can probably get away without it on that side. And I'll show you how. Yeah, let's do this. Let's choose a different type of construction here. Maybe like one of these guys. The very strange. Do we have anything that matches that in the straight buildings? We do. Oh no, that's at the back there. Might just not use those corners. They don't look terribly German to me. But we can use this one. Corner 03. Let's go for it. We don't have a road there, so we need a different version of the corner. Find out if this is a right or a left. Get that pretty close to the road. That's very close to the road. You could probably jump out and touch the cars. And then what do we have here? Is this a left or a right? Right corner, so we need a left, corner 3, 3 by 3. There's corner 3, level 3, 3 by 3. It's a day of threes here. And I'm gonna have to move over this guy just a touch. Now you can see we're gonna have trouble getting a building in there. So I wonder if I should cheat this just a little bit and put in a road snap to down there. It's a back alleyway. Will it connect? Yes. Okay. Oh, haha. No, it connected. Gave us a little funny segment underneath there. Is there any more? Did I break something else? Or is there another way I can get in a recolorable? No, I don't think so. We're just going to leave a gap. That's okay. Gap is fine. And do we have any other 3-bys? Maybe a 2-by was fine. Let's see. What do we got? For depth, we do have 3 by 3 corners, 2 by 4s. Where are my 2 by 4s at? Let's see how these look in there, and then we'll go level 3. It's quite the overlap. I do not love that. It's a little too much. We'll just do the usual. Let's steal some from over here. Do we have any 2-bys? Should. There you are. And yeah, we can't close that gap, but we'll call that intentional. Great. Recolor it? You betcha. Coming together, okay. But I don't want to just keep going through the town and only putting in these, you know, these German blocks. There's another way. we can do this. And I think what I'd like to see is some commercial buildings. So let's do another craziness block on the other side. We'll do our grid style. Snaps off. And we'll go like this. We'll go like this. I don't need that much. Might just do another cross. So we have something, somewhere to put things. Okay. And then I made a list also of the commercial buildings and the offices that I want to maybe use in this city. So let's go find them. And then we're going to turn all of our filters off. But I do want Chinese. And I want CN bonus office high 01A level 1 2x4. And in fact, the 2x4 I can take level 1 2. Am I gonna get anything here? It's not gonna give me anything. Oh, I need to go. This is an office, so level 1 2x4. Is that what I wanted? Oh, I already got that. Okay. Yeah, we might use it a few more. Let's just plop it in. Very nice. This one is a level 3. And it's a 4x4. Beauty. Alright, and then we're gonna go with a lot of EU style. So we just need to take, I have an EU filter. I don't think I do. I'll have to type it in. This is a 6x4. Commercial. So we can select commercial. And we type EU, and we got our short list here. EU commercial high 01, level 2 6x4. I didn't get a level 2. Oh, that's why. So this one, I think it is. Is this it? Yeah. Great. That can fit into our city for sure. We'll do a couple more. And this one is commercial high 01. Level 4, 4x6. Yeah. That's gonna look good. There's even a hotel that I wanted to use, a 6x4. Can you tell I planned this out at all? Hotel 01, level 2, 6x4. That's awesome. Yep. And then there was a 6x6 that I loved. It's EU commercial high 01, level 2, 6x6. There's actually quite a few buildings in here that might work for us. Yeah, these are nice. I might grab a few more of these. It's reasonable that we would probably use some of these. It might be a bit tall. No, I think it's fine. So all of these seem to be smart for a downtown like this. But what are we gonna do with this? Okay, well I'm gonna show you. So where do I need to bounce over. I think maybe we'll start with where's the one I want? This one. Let's see if we can get a couple of these in the block. That's pretty big. I'm gonna start with the tallest ones actually. So that one we've used already. They're all pretty much the same size. So I guess I have my pick of the litter. But if I'm gonna be honest, I think this one's probably the tallest one. And we're gonna stick the hotel on the corner. Let's say facing out. Let's say off center a little bit to make it look like it's maybe more realistic. And then let's see where else these other buildings fit in. I made my blocks way smaller than I did in my original planning episode, but I think that's alright. I'm just going to block so much, a little bit. Maybe like this. Where is this going to fit? Oh, perhaps that's a corner piece? No. Perhaps we don't want them all facing the same way. I know it's looking at the water, but like let's be reasonable here, huh? We can get one in here. And then I think we're gonna actually need another road behind here. And I'm going to turn off snaps, come in here, go all the way across, and then delete the extra pieces. Don't need that. Yeah, do I want one to cross here? No, I don't really care. But I do need one over here. Otherwise, we're not going to get any buildings on that corner. So let's turn off the length. Come as close as we can to the rail. Make ourselves another unnecessary intersection. Yeah, that'll do. And then we got tons of space there to put in something else. So what buildings have I not used yet? This commercial high has not been used yet. I want that kind of on a corner. It's pretty tight. It's pretty tight. Where can I scooch it around? And in fact, I don't want that right on... I don't want that right on the road. I'm going to do something different there. That's pretty much what I was thinking. Okay, so now, I'll show the Control C mod right now. Now we can actually get in here with some corners, some bigger things. Let's actually leverage these ones. Let's see. Level 3. And we're going to come in here and just overlap. This is the power of anarchy and move it. I really like what you can do with those particular mods. And now, can I find... First of all, I can move this guy back. Doesn't need to be right on that. He's still connected to the road, technically. And now we can get in some buildings that look like that. If I have them, what would be the closest to that? These are sort of similar. I need some with more depth, don't I? Not really. No, because we have the depth already. So 2 deep is fine. And as long as possible. So what do we see? These are fine. Yeah, or these? No. Okay. Do level 3s. And shove this right in the middle. Small guy there, perhaps. I don't want to take up too much space. So let's find some 2x2s. Those will be significantly shorter, won't they? Is it a problem? No, it's fine. Okay, let's see how this turns out when we recolor it. I think it's going to look pretty good. Do I want to recolor the building in the middle? Well, I don't want it that color anyway. So I just might. But we're going to go... Well, let's see what happens when we recolor it. don't mind that. It's a little bit too gray. Can we add a pop of color? Should we add a pop of color? What does this do? Oh, that's the that's the facade. Don't want to touch that. This is white, so oh, that's the roof. In fact, I think we can probably match that a little bit more toward the... I don't want black. A little darker though. Okay. And then this must be some pop of color, no? It might just be changing something at ground level that we can't see from here. Oh, yeah, there's some accents. Do we want to go like a kind of green or blue? A light blue? Is that horrendous? That's fine. Somebody's aesthetic. Okay. And then we want to match these roofs to the ones next door. I would say it's probably this last one. So we can get them as close as possible to the roof of the other one. That roof is not, unfortunately, recolorable. That's why it's not. We can't touch it. I would say it's not exact at all, but it's close. It's close enough, and we're not going to waste any more time perfecting things like that. But I will make sure that the ones in the middle are colored. Awesome. So now you see what we're doing. We are building these German wall-to-wall assets around taller towers. So we're giving ourselves a lot of density in this area. We're going to need some massive public transportation now that I think of it. But you know what else is kind of missing is I haven't really done too much in the way of parks now that I'm thinking of it. So I'm going to just take a look at what is our park situation and what do we maybe want to add. Yeah, we've got nothing. We've got this one, we've got that. Okay, the hotel is a park apparently. But I think we're going to need something in this area. So what's going to fit? Maybe we'll repurpose this block, or this block here. It's not very terribly useful. I think we have an OG smaller park. What do we have? Might be the small one. That's too small. And I don't like these assets. What is this? Bicycle round park cafe? I think that's more for like a park. I don't think we're gonna use that. Small plaza. Hey, perfect fit. And that way we can get rid of that. We don't need that road. And you know what? We don't need a fence either. This is public space, guys. We don't need a fence around a park. So hard to grab that. Okay. I think we've got it all. Yeah, man. Okay. Good. And then we can just do some regular old German over here. Something 4 deep would probably be nice. How many actual squares do we have? We have 6. So we'll do a 4 and a 2. I wish we had some that were not just with that park area, but that's okay. Working great, working great. And this is a little off, so we'll merge those things together, match them up. A little taller, that's okay. I'm not going to go through and adjust all the heights. That would be insane. Unless I could do that with Move It, but I'm certainly not going to keep you watching that. We'll do it off camera if we do it at all. And let's paint. Yeah, baby. Ooh, it's coming together. We're filling in our downtown, aren't we? Very good. I feel like maybe we could use a little bit more density. So what did we not use here? I don't think we used this office. Yeah, we haven't plopped any office in this particular area. But let's get one of those in there and keep going with the German. And I think, let's go get a little interesting. Let's do a deep one. Medium 9, sure. I don't think I've used that before. Level 3 to start. I'm liking the level 3. What was I just, where was I going to put that? I don't remember what I was just doing. Can we not snap that to the corner? There you go. I forgot why I was choosing 6 deep. What am I thinking? Here? Losing my mind. Okay, we'll just come back to that. We're gonna do corners around this one. Very good. Finish it off with some 2x2s. Did I miss a corner? I did. Silly. Very silly. Okay, we have it. It kind of looks like that building's coming out of exactly where we want it to come out of. Can I move it a touch? No, we're losing road access. Or is it a different building that's losing road access? No, it's this one. No? I don't think so. So which, it's this building perhaps? Yeah. Ooh, it hates that position. It's going to cause some problems possibly. Oh, we have a duplicate. Isn't that the thing? Okay, we fixed it by deleting it. I love that option. And this has to come back to the corner. Lined up. Line it up. Great. Something extra here? I feel like there's way too many in there. Yeah, we had. I might not have just been able to see those buildings because of the shadows. That's might have been the problem. Let's give them the lighter gray. Amazing. And I don't mind the color of that building, so it's going to stay. And this building here, it's a little touch close to the sight line of the other ones, so we'll scoot it back. Perfect. And do we want a different motif? Do we even have something different? I think we're stuck with 3x3s, aren't we? These ones have kind of a more rounded effect on the top there. Do we have any like that that are corners? Oh yeah, these. Okay, let's do that. Very nice, very nice. Get another 4x4 in there. And a 2. No, that's a 4. We might need a little bit. Will it connect? That's really small though. And actually it worked out perfect because we can move this back, match the roof lines. But we have some pedestrian issues now. Where do I put you that you're not going to give me that trouble? I know you hate it, but why? You should be perfectly fine where you are. That's a road, that's a road. You're getting road access. What's your beef, my friend? Or is it not this one? No, it's that one. Huh. Something to do with this building, perhaps? Wrong one selected. Mm-hmm. Well, when in doubt, we take it out. Yeah, still an issue. Well, I'm going to tell you to go away. We're going to leave it. I think I'm going to leave the blue tower. It's just some variety, which is perfectly fine. I don't know about that walking access problem. Pedestrian path connection. That's so weird. It's right on the corner. It should be totally fine. I don't get it. It's fine. Leave it alone. Let's fill out these next two blocks and see how far we get. It's a little tight in the corners with the roundabout. But I know with Move It we can basically fix anything. How did I do that? It's supposed to be a 2x. Oh, it's a 3x3, isn't it? There's my 2x2. And let's sneak in tight here without snaps on. I can't get any farther than that, which is a bummer. But that, ooh, I can use a 3x3, I think, to get in there. That's a 2x2. Where is what I want? There. I think that might actually be too big, but I think a 2x2 might be too small. Yeah, it has to be a 3x3. Three by two rather. And then with a little move it action, we can try to merge that with the next side of the building. That's a tricky one. We're gonna get things popping out all over the place. Let's take a different approach. Don't love that. It's gotta be a 2x2. Yeah. And then can we move this a touch closer? No, can't. This one can go back though. It's so close. It's so close. All right, there's a little tiny gap there and it's not enough to be bothered by. So looks like we're gonna call that another block done. We'll go with the light gray here. Really good, really good. I'm just gonna keep going with this, but let's see, how do we feel about parks and parking? We're definitely not set up for parks. That's a very small area for a very large population. What else can we get in? Can we make something custom? Do we want to simply leave this one as a park area? I mean, this is a university, so technically it would be really nice to have a little bit of park space. Let's see what we got. Really curious about plazas. Can we stick? Oh, hey, that actually solves a bit of a problem. Now it's giving us some crazy height issues, but that might not be terrible. Gives us a little bit of park space, which is great. And then we can simply adjust the surfaces. Is that enough fun? Are we having enough fun? I don't know what it did to the land. We might have to check this out. Yeah, it's just needing to be softened, I think. No, I'm wrong. Might need to be graded. Can't seem to do anything with it. Huh, it doesn't want to change at all. What am I doing wrong? Okay, that's helping a little bit. Better slope there. And I don't think I want to put anything in this corner here. This is going to be simply the auditorium area. So let's grab the surface. Aha, I see what's going on there. I see what you've done there. What is this? It's all the same surface. Okay. So then let's... Ah, there's one over here too. Okay. I see what's going on. Let's do it. And let's pull this out to there. It's pretty stark, huh? We need something in there like trees or whatnot. Is there a key wall? I think that might be key walled. And I don't know if that's making it better or worse. So we take the key off. It might not be a key wall. It might just simply be a function of this building. Yeah, it's the building. Okay, got it. No worries. Maybe we do want a key wall. Maybe that would be better. Marginally, slightly. Okay. Keep it as is. And why don't we just, while we're here, plop in some nice trees, huh? Not oaks, they're too big. Let's see if we put on the North America. Oh, by the way, do not snap on the surface of an object because I don't want them. Trees staying on top of trees. Yeah, select both North American and European trees. What is this? Chestnuts? Actually, you know, this area probably makes sense to have a little bit more manicured tree line. So let's make that happen. We'll go with our mature trees. We'll go with our advanced line tool, if I could find it. There. See how 10 meters treats us. Yeah, that's really nice. Good. And why don't we throw down some picnic benches? Picnic blankets, interesting. We might need to look for a table. Yeah, this kind of looks studentish, the park tables. And we want a set, don't we? So it comes with the chairs and everything. Although it's kind of thinking like students, well, this is downtown. Okay, let's go with this one. Boy, this is going to be eaten up in this area. This is a huge area. Might just do a line of them. Ooh, how about a fountain here? We're detailing today, folks. Large fountain will definitely, will definitely fit. Oh, yes. Coming together. We'll call this, I don't know, the quad. It's not a quad, but see what I'm saying. All right. And then a couple more trees lining this here. This park might not be part of the university, but the city probably wants to keep them aesthetic the same. So we'll just go all the way along with these trees, not get too wild. How about a few other trees? What do we have for big trees? Oak's probably my favorite. Yes, very good. So much shadow to deal with. And then we can delete this fence. Yeah, great. Looks a bit intentional now, doesn't it? And we got a functional park in there. Okay, we've taken care of another 2 sections. And then let's try to wrap this up before too long. I think we're gonna finish these 4 blocks here, and then that should do it. But let's look at our parking situation. I'm not convinced we have any parking near this area. The closest is up there. There's one over there. We've neglected parking. Ooh, bad, very bad. There are some big ones we could get in here. I mean, we could always stick in the Undercroft. How much parking is that, though? I wonder. This is a big boy, so I don't think we're gonna get that in. Let's try the Undercroft. That's obviously too big. That's too big. That could work. So let's do it. Let's put it right under the other. And in fact, let's put a couple of them. Yeah. These should come in very handy because I think the Netherlands aesthetic will match with our... I don't know if I want to do that. That's pretty tight. The Netherlands aesthetic should match with the German. At least knock on wood. Any other parking we can squeeze in there for underground, Undercroft. That might work. I'm not. Let's see how that actually looks. It's not popping. Well, it's popping out the black a little bit. No, I can't allow it. Sorry. A little too tight. Is it gonna work on this side though? Yeah, there's a bit more space there, so we'll leave that in there. I think what we can do though, put it on the side. If I can get that to tap onto that side street there. Is that recolorable? I believe it is. If I move it back, do we even need to recolor it? No, it'll just sneak in there. Are we doing something a little bit cheesy? Perhaps. But I think it's okay. Let's get some 3x3 corners in here. I have to place that manually. I think we're gonna move this one off the road a little bit so we can get some more 3x3s in here. And let's go see what we have from our template selection here, from our buffet. Where are 3x3s? There's a sorry, 3x2s is what I'm saying. I don't know that we have more than those. No, so we'll go level 3. Our trusty level 3, 3x2. Snaps. I probably should have done the corners first. It's okay, lesson learned. Put a smaller one in there. Let's get some 2s. How many 2s? There we go. Slowly but surely, we fill it all up. Move it as our friend today. I might get away with just doing a straight one, yeah. Okay, this guy has to be adjusted, obviously. And I'm trying to match the roof lines as best as possible. It's not going to be exact. I want to get that back a bit. And then this one will have to just come over. Close, close. We'll push this down a bit. Whoops, tower in the way. Yeah, all right. It's pretty tight. I can keep tweaking this one till the cows come home, but it's gonna never be perfect. So I think we will call that another block, and we'll color it. Great. How's it look? Very good. How's our street level looking? Wow, this is looking actually pretty darn cool. Shadows aren't where I want them to be right now, but this is great. Look at this. We're seeing a real live metropolis here take shape. It feels a little bit concrete, but we're probably gonna go and put big trees in here. Yeah, this is really great. This is what I envisioned. This is kind of like an homage to Frankfurt, Germany. Yeah, loving it. Okay, well, let's keep going. Wonder if I can get a 3x6 in here and have that look semi-reasonable. No, it's way too long, isn't it? Yep, okay. I think we'll just go with the depth of 2 and try to get some 3 wide. How do we like? Is it all in the right spot? We've got a bit of an extra space there. That's kind of cool, actually. These are a little off. I might have to touch them to move it. Actually, this can kind of turn a bit. Yeah, and we missed one. I don't want to leave that open. Even though it's kind of a nice looking front facade, they're going to enter through the old buildings. Yeah, this has to just move over. In fact, I think maybe it makes more sense to pull this one down. I can't really, can I? Unless I turn it a touch. No, either way, it's not gonna line up perfectly on either side. So that's if I pull this forward. There we go. Okay. Color. How do we like that so far? It's coming. It's definitely coming. This building is pretty massive for this block. I wonder if it actually belongs there. If it's actually taller than this one, so I might swap these around. The road's on the other side, so what if I did that? It's gonna be mighty tight, but let's see if I can get that to work out. And you're actually fine where you are. Let's get these last two blocks and I'm gonna call this stream. Actually, I think this is not going to work because it needs to be the other corner. This is the right, I'm assuming. Right corner, 3x3. Here we go. I think was it number 3? Yeah, probably. That might actually just be the wisest. We'll leave a little triangle there and we'll fill it in with detailing. Speaking of filling it in, do we have any other 2x3s? I don't remember. Not so much. These are all corners. Yeah, okay. We use what we got, right? Smashing, very good. And let's just keep going before I recolor with the other side as well. It's so dark with all these shadows, hard to actually work in that scenario. We do our best. This one has to be moved off the corner a little bit. I wish there was a way to get those black tooltips to go away. But we work around them. tightening up here. This is good. And why are these? Oh, I thought they were different levels, but they're just not connected. So we need a small little 2x, actually a 2x4 might cover right up. No, that's not gonna work. 2x2, please. Very good. And are we having any gaps here? I don't think so. Are there any that need to be moved a touch? I gotta fix some of this lighting. That's a little better. This one. Push her back and over. I don't love that the roof lines aren't quite matching up, but there's not a ton we can do about that. I could endlessly tweak this forever and ever, but we're not going to do that. That looks pretty good to me. I will just move this over a little bit. Yeah, it looks like it's coming out of the other buildings. It's built into it. A massive redevelopment at some point in history. And now we can color it. Let's do that. We had a different color or shade, didn't we? I think actually we've been doing the lighter color, so let's get in here and do the original dark OG color. Roofs, I mean. Oh yes, we can recolor the undercroft parking, which is great. And did we get everything? We got it. We got it. Okay, now these towers, I don't know, we might do something with them. So yeah, you see what I'm doing here. Let's fix the lighting. Put the sun on us. So we're building our downtown, obviously. That downtown is ancient. Hundreds, thousands of years, maybe. Thousands of years, not hundreds of thousands. And this is the old building style from the medieval times, perhaps. But look, this is a thriving metropolis, a very wealthy country, and they've had the opportunity to build tall towers. And so where did they build them? They had to redevelop some of these blocks to get the density. And so, while some of them were completely demolished, like on this plot, some were not. Some, they left the facade and they just built these towers inside the block. And so that's exactly what we've done here. And I should go without saying that I'm deleting all of this after. This is going to be a whole different development. So, I don't know. I think we've made some good progress today. It's as much progress I can make in a stream without going bonkers, I think. But we're filling it in, right? We filled in what? 1, 2, 3, 12 blocks today. 13, 14, I guess. So that's pretty great. And we've got some death care, and we got some emergency shelter. So we're doing pretty well, I'd say. I'm just curious, are any of these buildings leveling up? This is the first one we did. If they're all level 3, then we'll know that they're not leveling up. And I'll wonder why. Maybe it's time, maybe it's just we lack the amenities. So they're not, which is fine. I'm okay with that. They're not locked. They will probably level up at some point. I'm also curious about the traffic. What are we doing to the traffic? That's not traffic. Yeah, it's solid. We're at 60% across the board, town-wide. But things are flowing. This is a little bit backed up here. And I don't think it's a roundabout problem. I think it's a problem about this is a traffic light right off the roundabout. So we're going to take a minute and just... No, I'm going to resist the urge. Resist the urge to mindlessly tweak my traffic signals and just look at the traffic flow. I see a lot of people coming in and out of the downtown. Our main arterial here very, I would say, dead at this point. Hardly anybody using it. Obviously nothing over on that side, so it makes sense, perfect sense. But yeah, we've got it coming together. It's really coming together. And I feel very good about this. I have to fix this. And it's looking like a downtown. Look at all the pedestrian traffic. Where are they walking to? They're walking up this huge bridge from downtown, I suppose, which suggests to me there's not enough connectivity. I bet you they're coming from the train station, trying to go downtown, and there's, but that wouldn't they just take the train? I don't know. Anyway, well, I'll do some sleuthing off camera, but for now, I think we've done something really cool. We might change the color scheme a little bit, mix it up perhaps, but I really like what we're doing. I really like what we're doing. Yeah. Okay. Time to end the stream. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, I'm just seeing Kaylee Hutchinson asking questions in the chat here. Can I make some art for your channel? Yeah, absolutely. Please send me a message. Maybe you can, I don't know, just send me a chat on YouTube and we'll talk about it. Sounds great. And thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. If you like this, please hit the like button. Makes sense, right? We've also got a Patreon channel where you can download the save game. And I say after every episode, which is basically we combine these streams into an episode every couple weeks. And once I feel like that neighborhood is done, then you're going to get the save game. You can kind of explore this on your own. And how do you get there? You go to patreon.com/GWV, Gaming with Vindicator, GWV. So yes, thank you again. I'm going to continue with another stream probably next week. And I'm hoping very soon we'll get to the point where we've got a full episode and we can actually, I can spend my time chopping these bits up and putting them together in sort of a speed build video. But for now, I'm really happy that you joined me on the live stream in the middle of this beautiful Friday afternoon while I sit in the sun and have a day off. So thanks. I love you guys. You're awesome. And enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks a lot.